See, documentary about to get into it, y'all. What's up? It's your boy C. Documentary. About to get into it, guys, and we'll tell target individuals so y'all know how this goes. I want to say, as a target individual, I gotta say, watch your money spending as always. I want to tell y'all that. I don't know if I told y'all in my last documentary. Watch your money spending because you don't know when you're gonna get your money back. And at jobs, be prepared to be stalked, harassed, and isolated. Be prepared for that. That's what I can tell you for work-wise. I can tell you what I go through work-wise. Just general, just giving you the heads up how target individuals work. And I want to say, when you're going out, change your pattern what you do when you go to work. Because usually you go to work at a certain amount of time. Let's say, for example, I have to be there at 4 o'clock. I would have to get up at 3. I'd probably let's say 2:30, 2:30ish, head out the door. Because you got to count in the shenanigans that's going to happen on the road with you. You know how people are going to try to block you in or whatever. I told y'all watch my last documentary and explain it to y'all why I say change your pattern up. Don't do the same pattern, because they just like like them. I know how stupid they are because I know their pattern. That's how I know what they're going to do to me. They do the same pattern over and over again. So with you, do the same thing. Change up your pattern, because if you follow the same pattern, they're going to follow you. They don't care. They're going to do what they're going to do. They try to follow a pattern. Like, they know I go to work at a certain time. They know be out there a certain time to do the same routine, and I see the same people out there every time, the same cars behind me. And they know that because they know what time I got to go to work, and they know what I'm going to do. So to interrupt the feed, they're going to do what they're going to do, the same pattern, because they know where I'm going. So what you got to do is change your pattern up. So now when you go out, you got to go out a little earlier, than usual. I say change it up, change directions you're going, switch up your script, so it confuses them because they don't know what you're going to do. So I really do tell you that. Preserve your money, take care of your whip. I tell you that's the most important thing, to take care of your whip, guys, because but don't go on a spending spree like always. Don't be doing that, because you don't know when you're going to get that money back. And being a target individual is so much harder to work, because since you've been accused of something, they will do dirty tactics, and they're going to do anything to bring you down. And they'll do sabotage driving, they'll sabotage your job, they'll sabotage any way they can. They don't even care. Even in your home, they'll sabotage it. It does not make no difference. The game is still the same to get you of what you've been accused of. So it doesn't make a difference where you go. This is like I told you, I'm supposed to be talking to myself, for example. So what they will do is, anybody that comes around me will try the same thing. So it wouldn't matter. The word's out. So they're going to try. So that's why I say, change your pattern up on your driving. Try to eat healthy. Like I said in my last video, I don't eat healthy. I tell y'all to do better than me. I still work out, but it still doesn't, it's not an excuse for what I do. But stay healthy and take care of yourself. I don't know if I said that last time, this stuff I'm telling you. But there is a pattern every time. So change up your pattern directions you go to. Like if I was going to the Puyallup, change the way I go to Puyallup every time. Because if I do the same routine, they're gonna just track me down, and they stop because they're not getting what they want. And I want to tell you, at jobs, as a target individual, when you're at a job, you will get treated like crap, like I just told you. And I want to tell you that don't react to anything, because it gives them any feedback they want. They want you to react. They want you to get angry. They want you to blow a gasket. So then they go, oh, okay, and then they run with it. But like I said, they're not going to say what they did to you to get you there. Between the stalking and the stare and the isolation, that's not going to, all that goes out the window. So that's what I tell you, that I've seen from being a target individual myself. This is what I've seen. I can't explain for you. I guess you're Sam Smith, whoever you are, D-Ray. I believe it's D-Ray, but I'm not going to call you out on it. Whatever your name is, saying my stuff is boring. If you don't like my channel, you can get off my channel personally. What I mean? That's just being real G, real talk, man to man, whatever. If you don't like what I'm saying, fine, get off my channel. But I'm trying to get people that want to be educated about a target individual and wants to know what tactics to use to better themselves. And that's why I created this channel, to help people. I want to get back to those people that have done this to me, to put me in this program, so other people will know what to do and what not to do. That's why I'm documenting all this stuff. And if you don't think my information is good enough, go to another channel. And like I said, but I think I'm giving you pretty good advice. How to deal with this stuff, how to cope with it, or understand it. Because like I said, for me, understanding of why you're being treated that way, it makes you feel a little better to understand it, to me, than not knowing jack. So that's why I document to y'all, and I tell you what I tell you, because I feel like it's important to learn tactics. And I know, Sam Smith, you asked me, hey, on my channel, you asked me, is there any way out of this game? That's what you were looking for, right? I don't think you're in the game personally at all, but I'm going to entertain you anyway, because I'll answer anybody's question. I haven't found a way out of the game personally, to be honest. And if you think, like I said, my stuff's too boring, like I said, you can go to a different channel. I don't have nothing against you personally. I don't even know you, don't really care personally or not. Like I said, my thing is just to educate. That's all. And that's it. There's no more to this game. So you can understand, so if somebody else goes through this stuff, they can already know some things to prepare themselves for, so they can embrace and deal with it. Because what I'm trying to get to people to understand, I'm telling you, Sam, because I remember you asked this many questions, it's not physical, it's psychological. And if you're not in the right mind frame, this can kill you, literally kill you, because you're not used to that. Your world's been flipped upside down, and everything you know is changed. The way you're perceived has changed. The way you're treated has changed. The way you're stalked and stared and followed. You can tell me, then you probably feel a little different. But until you go through it, you're not going to understand that. Until you see people treat you like that and follow you around and do little different shenanigans, just to see what's going on with you, just to see if your mouth moves. Because you've been accused, and it's everywhere. So anybody's going to try. They'll pull up on you in a second and try the same thing, and it won't matter who it is. It'll just be another face. So that's why I document, because like I said, it's my way of giving back. Maybe to the next person that has this happen to them, whatever they've been accused of, they'll at least have an understanding of what I'm saying when they go through it. And if they don't, that's fine. But my thing is to educate people. That's always been my thing. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing the channel, to get back to these scumbags. Not dirty wise, but I want to make sure that other people can be educated about what happens. Since I'm already in the predicament, I can't change it anyway. At least I can better somebody else, and that's why I do these documents. So I hope that answers your question, Sam Smith, whoever you are, really. I don't know if you are Sam Smith or you just BS me, but hopefully that's who you are, but I doubt that anyway. But I hope I answered your questions. Yep, and you know what a smear campaign is. And I'm not trying to just talk about my sobbing story, whatever you think, But if you're in my shoes, you can't talk that sobbing story if you're not dealing with what I'm dealing with. If you were dealing with what I'm dealing with, you probably would have blew your brains out by now. Or you'd probably be on some weed, or you'd probably be drunk by now. Or high. One of the two. Because you wouldn't know what to do. Because this game is set for failure. It's set for failure. Because you're isolated. You can't tell nobody about it. They won't believe a damn thing you say. And then the third thing is, if you do tell them, it's just a waste of time. They don't really care because it's not their problem. So that's how that works. And if you fight, like I just told you, you fight one, somebody else is going to do the same goddamn thing. And all they want is a reaction. That's why they put on these stage theaters. That's why they do what they do. It's just to get a reaction out of you, because they're not getting what they want, so they have to do these shenanigans. Every little thing is a reaction. I realized everything, every goddamn thing, and I never realized all of it. I knew the corner store shit. I got that down pat. I got the car thing a little bit down. I thought I was doing better, and they start clearing it out for me. But now they start pulling little shenanigans now, because they're not seeing what they want to see. And so now they changed the game up. Now it's a pattern following me around. It's like, well, okay, this is what time he goes. This time he out the house. This is the time we mob on him. And that's what they do, because they know it's starting to clear up. They want this to stay. They want it to stick that you're crazy. That's what they want. and they're not getting to stick, they're like, okay, we got to come up with something to make this thing stick. So they're going to keep pushing and pushing until they get it, because everybody says it, so they got to have it. So that's why they do the shenanigans they do. There's no other purpose, and the purpose is to bring you down, to make you look insane even though you're not. That's the purpose. And like I said, if you were in my shoes and everybody was treating you like that, and you said fight one, that's one. You fight another one, there's another one. You talk to them, you can't explain your story. Nobody gives a shit about what you're saying. So what you're talking about is bullshit. Nobody cares. It's not them. They don't care. And if you tell them, they might won't believe you anyway. If it's everywhere, who's going to believe what you're saying? You're crazy. So like I said, this is why it's important that I document this stuff to y'all, because if I do, at least you're getting a good understanding of what I'm talking about and saying that this is happening. And if you don't believe that, it's fine. I really don't give a darn. I just want you, like I said, to educate people that really want to know this stuff, because I think it's important for people to understand target individuals, to understand what to go through and why they go through it, and understand, don't react to the game, because that's the first thing everybody's thinking, like what's going on, why is everybody against you? And that's what you're thinking, and it's not the way it's perceived to be. Yes, your image is ruined. Yes, your pride is probably swallowed, whole. But I want to tell you that, fine, that's a rumor. Everybody, you may not have people hanging out with you and kicking it buddy, but I gotta say, you're not alone. Everybody's not against you, and that's what I want you to understand. Because, like I said, it's a psychological thing. Because if you believe everybody's against you, you might go insane yourself, because nobody wants to be alone. Everybody don't want to be alone. No one likes being treated like garbage everywhere you go. And then you don't have no friends. You can't talk to nobody. Like I said, it isolates you from everything. That's what they want you to do, just be isolated by yourself. That's what they want. And they want people to hate you, because that's what everybody says. You see what I'm saying? And then when they don't get what they want at work jobs, they turn to assholes. And I hate to say that, excuse my language, people out there watching. I hope it's just adults mostly, but they turn to assholes. And the reason why is because they're not getting what they want to see. They want to see you flip out. They want to see you angry. They want to see you mad. They want to see you do all this crazy stuff. And then when they're not seeing it, they get mad. So then they turn to assholes, and that's why they get mad at you. But you ain't done nothing to them at all. But it's because they're not seeing what they heard. They're supposed to see you talking to yourself. You're supposed to be out of your mind, psycho, crazy, that, all this, whatever they say about you. Whatever, like I said, you've been accused of. Mine's not supposed to tell them something's crazy. So they be waiting to see it. And they're not seeing it. So they get more and more mad, because they start cursing to themselves every time when they don't get it. Because they're like, oh, he's not doing anything. Of course I'm not doing anything, you dumb shits. Of course not. Because I didn't do anything. I got bullied, which I could tell you 1,000 times, but you wouldn't care less to hear it, because you want to see what you want to see. So I have to let you do what you're going to do anyway, and be ridiculous and stupid, and let people do what they're going to do. And I call them scumbags, because you can't reason with them, you can't talk to them, you can't explain your story, so it doesn't make no difference. That's why I call them scumbags. I don't believe they're bad people per se. It's just, I want to look at it as, it's still bullshit, don't get me wrong, but it's a miscommunication, because we've been lied to just like they've been lied to. So from my point of view, you're trying to defend yourself. From their point of view, you're a liar. So that's how this game works. So hopefully I'm explaining this very well and very thorough as I can on this documentary, so you understand. So that is the way I see it. There is no other way. So, and I want to say, find hobbies for yourself, stuff to do. Anyway, getting off that, find hobbies, find stuff for yourself to do, find things to occupy your time. Do not focus on these theater shows that you see, or any kind of games they play on you. Do not fall for this stuff. Don't do it. People have suggested, you can take a relax pill, whatever, and all that other stuff. I haven't taken no relax pill. I don't want no relax pill. I'm sorry. I like to be relaxed, but I don't really want no relax pill. I'd rather just toughen it out, without the drugs, because actually some ways it'd be better just to be a zombie. So this is C documentary, give you some facts. Holla at your boy.